Hello, this is my review of the Android app version of a game called Summoners of War. It's a game that's much like a card game, maybe Hearthstone, or Yu-Gi-Oh! If you're familiar with the cartoon. It's a monster summoning app, or a monster summoning battle app, say it like that. When you first start off, you start off in area. You have your little town here, or area, and you build it up. And the purpose in building it up is really so that you can improve yourself and your monsters. To improve your monsters, basically make them stronger, and thus, during your battles, you can basically do better during your battles. Okay? You start off here. You kind of have to defend your town also. Partly that's what these little towers are for. They help defend your town, but the actual defense actually happens in here with your team, your defense team that you first start off with, that you choose. Right now, this is the defense team that I have. I'm using my 5-star, it's called the Beretta by name, Awakened Monster. It has a buff, a leader skill, which is just a leader skill, which is just more of a buff, something that helps improve the rest of the team. And this one improves the attack speed of all your monsters by 19%. Okay, what is the team that I have? Just for now. Now we move on. Now, the game, to summon, as you play along in the game, you need to summon new monsters. You need to get more monsters to improve. You can summon them using this little pad here. You take the pad, you summon them. There's different ways that you summon. During the battles, you acquire different things. You can acquire different scrolls. One's an unknown scroll, which is the most common that you'll get. I have 7 right now. When you use one to summon a monster, it costs you, I'm just going to call them blue gems to make it more simple. Or I'm not going to get into it. Because summon, cost you some. And this is basically what happens when you summon a new monster. So, I got, a blue horned frog. Okay, a blue meaning, water. Okay, the monsters in this game are based on some of the elements, meaning water, wind, fire, light, and dark. So this one's water. You can summon them different ways, like a mystical scroll, which I more prefer, because you can summon a monster anywhere between a 3-star and 5-star. Unknown scrolls only do from 1 to 3. 3 and 5, of course, is preferred, especially if you can get a 5-star monster. 5-star monsters, of course, are stronger monsters from the start. Mystical summons are also another way to get 3 to 5-star. And you have a social summon. Social is more of, you building up your friends. You add friends, you give them gifts, award them 10 points towards social summoning, and then they can give you back a gift which awards you those 10 points. To do it back and forth. Okay, summon monster there's like events that go on. Sometimes the game developers will create an event where you can get a particular monster, like this one here. It's a ward bear, a dark ward bear. They had an event for this, and I was able to acquire, let's see. About 7 pieces toward it. To get the pieces, you go into a dungeon and you fight your way, and each time you win a piece. Maybe 2, maybe 3, depending on how far you get in the dungeon. Okay. Let me see. Matter of fact, why don't I just show you? Is there a dungeon here to look at? Probably isn't. So you go here. This is where you go to the areas, different areas. Iron Forest, Mount Sis, all the different ones. You can see the names. I'm not going to go through it. It takes some time. And the dungeon, the bottom. You go to the dungeon. Is there a secret dungeon? Probably not. Well, there is one. There's an event dungeon here. The event is the same as any other dungeon, only it's an event hosted by the developer, which usually lasts for a much longer time. When you get an event with either by you acquiring it by chance or one of your friends acquiring it by chance, because you can jump into your friends' dungeons also. They last usually about an hour. I'm gonna go into this one just so you can see what one looks like. Don't particularly care too much for the surprise box, but you know, one freeze ain't gonna hurt. We'll go to it. During the start, it always gives you little tips, like most games do. And this is my team that I have set up for the dungeon. As we go in here, I can attack the team, I attack it, and get as far as I can in it. You know. But while I'm in a dungeon, I'll show you basically how it works. You have different characters right now, turn by turn basis. I have my light fairy now selected. I can choose different moves that she has. She's a healer. You can tell by the cross. And she can also attack. Okay, so she's mainly, you know, a healer. Okay, and she also has a little shield, so they can be invisible for 2 turns. It takes 7 turns, right, for to use it again. So we're gonna attack something. All right. Different attacks or different things. You kind of read. You have to kind of read what each attack does. Learn your monsters and what they can and can't do. You know, this one here is also a fairy, Awaken. You can tell by the way her hair is. Once you play the game, you'll learn the difference by looking at them. All 3 fairies that I have here: fire, water, wind. Light. They're not the same. These 2 heal. This one is fire and tends to be an attack monster. She likes to attack. Okay, she's pretty strong too, by the way. But here we have one of the best, most useful fairies, and you can get it usually at the start of the game. You can put something to sleep. I'm not going to do that just yet. I'm going to show you when, you know, when you use the sleep mode. Sleep usually is to help you survive the battles. So, yeah, you're not in this dungeon here. You knock as many as you can and get as far through the stages as much as possible. So as I go through, I'm just gonna run through these as quick as possible. My Amazon right here is pretty strong. Every time she hits, it hits hard. I'm knocking them out little by little here. Okay, and the surprise block is starting to hit me back. Finally. It's kind of crazy the way it hits on me. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna knock them all out with this one here. Just about. Knock them 2 out with my Amazon. Here we go. Stage 5. This is where stage 5 is usually when it starts to get hard for most. Hard for most when you first start. If you can even get this far. Yeah, see, it takes a little longer to knock them out. So we're gonna, let's see, look for the lowest one here. Or one of the lowest ones. We're gonna knock them out. So now I'm not really getting hit that hard so far. Stage 5, so the surprise box really isn't, well, a keeper, I wouldn't call it. A keeper too much. And if you want to, give you a themed monster. You go with theme, if you have a specific monster that, you know, that uses it, like Joker or something like that. I'll show you later what I mean about the Joker. Well, let's knock them out. Let's speed things up, okay? The game also has an autoplay feature. Wow, it's kind of cool because the game gets kind of repetitive, especially when you're trying to build up your monsters and you have to do the same over and over again to get certain things that you need. So I'm going to hit the play button. You can play at different speeds. Right now I have it at 3 times the speed. I'm going to play it. Stage 6 now, still moving. And the surprise box is just starting to do some real damage to one of my tunes monsters. So he got that one. Knock him out right quick. I'm definitely going to stage 7. Definitely stage 7. Stage 8 probably won't knock me out until stage 8. Let's see what happens. while playing, you can also tell it to make sure it focuses on a specific tune, a specific enemy, to make sure, because you can't always rely on the computer. Sometimes the computer way the computer works will get you killed faster, because of course it's systematic in the way it attacks according to the rules of the game. You can't, since you can't always do it in order to get by. Okay, so stage 8 is about where I land as far as the surprise box is concerned. So overall, he's a pretty weak monster. If I can get to stage 8 on this group, he's pretty weak. So in here, see, now I get 3 summoning pieces. Yeah, he's pretty easy monster to acquire. You know, if you can continue to get 3 at a time, it won't take that long to get to 20 pieces. Okay, you can replay it or get out. We have energy here, 54 or 56. Energy is what you need in order to continue playing. As long as you have energy, you can continue playing. Each one goes from between 3 to 5 energy each. Run. Let's see here. Let's go back. Let's just go back. That's just a dungeon. But normally when you first start playing, you're not going to be doing that. You're going to be doing a normal battle. Okay, usually you start off in the Garen Forest. I'm gonna run one under the level hell. You will most likely be under normal, but I've advanced a little further. I've beaten it twice actually, on normal and hard. On normal and hard, I beat them both. So I'm gonna choose hell and do the outskirts right quick. I'm gonna choose. This one's fine for the group. I'm gonna roll with that. And for another tip, the blue fairy. I'm gonna let it play auto. On this auto. My intention in this video is not really just to, you know, just to show the game off for the most part. Hopefully get other people to want to play. The game is actually pretty funny. It's an addicting game. It is an addicting game, so don't let it sleep. I heard a comment saying that the game is, I don't know, childlike or whatever, but it's a game. you know, respect. So. Other than that, the game is fine. There's some technicalness to the game, but it's nothing really heavy. You know, if you play it long enough, you'll figure it out on your own. Even if you want a head start, you can watch videos like ones that I'll post or anyone else. I'll look for them on YouTube, and you'll find other people who also have tutorial videos on playing this game. After this level is over, which is almost done, so at the end of the level, I get a reward. It tells me where I am level-wise, how much experience I get for each monster, how many gems I got, if I get any energy or pink gems. Okay, tap once to get and another time to get whatever pops up. A lot of times you'll get what's called runes, or even summoning scrolls, which I talked about earlier. So I can summon more monsters like this one here. Okay, and I'm gonna bounce back. Let's return back to my village, and let's take a look at the monsters that I have. Right now, my main monster really is Beretta. He's a 5-star monster. He or she is a dude. Actually, sometimes I can't even tell. I don't even know, but it looks like a dude to me. But I think it's a dude. Looks like a troll though, man. Kind of cool looking though. To tell you the truth, I think it's a dude. But let's see here. But he's more of an attack monster. You see it right there, listed. His attack tells you his stats. If you need like a suggestion on what to do with him, you can tap on the face avatar icon. And there's people here always talking about. Mostly talk about nonsense, really. Most people talk about nonsense, but they tell you, give you suggestions on how to use them, on how to rune the monster. Ruining means an improvement. It's like any other game, it's like gear, so to speak. Alright? Like for instance, runes. There's different types of runes here. You have energy, swift, blade, focus. All different ones. Rage, endure, vampire. You see the list here. Each one gives a different effect when you use them. Okay? Like for this one, I chose swift and focus. Okay, swift gives a speed increase of 25%, while focus gives an accuracy increase of 20%. But each rune, there's 6 slots for each rune, and they all give different, and they not only give out a set effect, but they give out separate effects on their own, each rune themselves. Tap on one here, I have a level 7 swift rune 1, and it's also a 4-star rune. The more stars, the more increase you get. Okay? It also being a swift rune, in order to get this set effect, you need to have 4 of the same type of rune. So 4 swift runes. As you can see, just by the symbols, I do have 4 on slot 1, 2, 3, and 4. While I have focus on 5 and 6, which only needed 2 in order to get its set effect. Okay? So to make it real quick, I'm going to do the rune thing really quick. Generally, rune 1 is where you always want your numbered attack. Okay, there are percentages. Percentages usually, in most cases, will actually give you a greater increase, depending on what the effect is. It will give you a greater, it will. Okay? Like for instance, on Swift Rune 2, right? I just got this rune not too long ago, so I haven't really leveled it up yet, powered it up yet, but it's a 3-star rune. At the moment, I'm only getting 6% attack. Once I start powering it up, it'll be a lot more than that. So, 6%. I can do 1 power up here. This one should be an easy power up, since I haven't done anything with it. It powers up. Seems I have a lag here. Probably because of the I'm recording here. But normally it powers up. It would power up, and the next increase I would get would be the 8%. This is mostly due to the recording app that I'm using to record this video. It's interfering. That's fine. I'm not worried about that too much. But you get the idea. Some of these monsters, they're not awakened. Awakened strengthens the skill of the monster, increases its stats. Well, and yeah, it becomes a special monster. Okay, that's where its name changes. You know, it normally has a no name, really. So, for instance, this is a vagabond. Okay, if I awaken him, he would turn and would look like this, and his name would change. Okay, let's see here. I have my Amazon. See, this is normally called an Amazon, but since I awakened her, now she's Ellen or Aline, whoever. You can say either way. And, you know, I guess she picked up a leader skill, which increases the accuracy of all allies monsters by 22%. The fairy is the most common. This is the one you get probably most likely from the start of the game. She's a healer. Definitely needed. She's probably the most useful one in the whole game. To really tell you the truth, she can play numerous roles. You know, she could be a tank also because of the way her abilities are set up. But you can kind of see the way she looks from one picture to another. See, her hair is starting to change. This is how I know. And by the way her hair looks like, this is how I know she's awakened. When I see on anyone else's attacking me, whether I know by looking at her. Okay, her skills. You know, she has an attack, of course, water. She's a blue icon. She's a healer. Okay, and she stuns. The stun ability comes when you awaken her. Different things. So as you get a monster, you learn their abilities. They're all different. Okay, I have several fairies, by the way. Water, light, fire. I also have one down here that I got not too long ago. Wind, which also heals. But when you come over to fire, She does not. She's an attack monster. Or an attack fairy. She attacks. Pretty good attack too. Okay, she has an area of effect attack. Then here's my drunken master. Well, I call him my drunken bastard. But he's pretty cool. He's one of the newer additions of the game. Not too long ago. I have two of them actually. I kind of like them. I have two of them here. I have a water one and a wind one. Earlier I mentioned the surprise box. There's the Joker. The Joker kind of attacks with a surprise box, as you can see there, by the image. He summons a surprise box that deals damage. You know, whatever, right? He's supposedly a cool monster. I don't know yet. Maybe I should awaken him to find out, see how he is. I don't know. A certain version of him, I think, is preferred by most players. When you awaken him, I guess his name changes to Lucian. It's not this one here, and this one's not the one that changes, but it's still cool. He's still cool to have. You know, werewolf. I got another werewolf too around here somewhere. I just got on an event here. He's a dark werewolf. He looks kind of cool actually. But the red one is still better. The red one, he can heal himself through every attack. It's kind of cool. It's annoying too. Good for arenas, actually. And as for arenas, let's see if I can get out here. The tap. There's a little buggy I see here. Okay, there we go. So now, arenas. Maybe, you know what? Let's just do an arena right quick. And I'll end the video. Do an arena. I'm gonna refresh this list because I already went through it already. I'm gonna look through the list. I'm gonna look through the list and find someone more matched to my level. They recently changed how you're placed in these, and it's really bugged out. It's really bugged out because I'm being matched here with a level 40. I don't understand why. He has all six. He has two 6-star monsters and 2 5. I have only required one 5-star monster, and they expect me to be able to attack this guy. No way. They need to fix that. So I'm gonna find somebody more on my level. I'm saying, well, I'll go 21. Really, I'm above his level. I think I'm 25 right now, but you get the idea. To make sure you win, choose somebody below you. Okay, you know, but that doesn't matter a lot of times. Sometimes the monsters they choose just make it very hard to beat them. As you play, the arrows on top of each one gives you an idea of who is an advantage for you to hit. If it's green, you will do the most damage to them. If it's red, that's where you do the least. And that, matter of fact, when it's red, you'll probably miss the person. The game refers to it as a glancing hit, but it's actually just a miss. They still get hit, sort of, but just not as much. It's more like a tap or a little slap or something like that. They get a little bit of hurt, but it ain't nothing serious. I'm gonna hit them all right quick. Okay, and there she goes. There's Sophie. She put her shield up. That's annoying. That's kind of annoying. So now I'm gonna have to attack through the shield. Okay, there's that new one. He has a good monster there with a whip. Pretty cool. Well, I'm gonna stop it now and go back to attacking. The Sophie gotta go, but she still has a shield on her. She's attacking this one here. In fact, she put her shield up. Now I gotta move on to somewhere else. In fact, I have no choice because they all have shields on them. I'm gonna just bomb them right quick. I'm just gonna bomb them right quick. One of my monsters is getting ready to die. I need to heal him. There you go. She needs to go. She gotta go. She's dead because I slept on her. Well, maybe not. I'm gonna put my shield on her. That way I got a chance to help her survive. This one here's gotta go. That's just gonna help. Let's heal her. She needs to heal while I got the shield up on her. Like so. Let's get a dot on him. Wow. There we go. This one here definitely has. She's annoying. And this one here is the next one. She's the next one here. She definitely has. Alright, when I kill her, she'll probably heal the other two. So that's one of her abilities. See, they just got healed. I'm gonna take her on this because that little whip is kind of serious. She has, you know, the problem with this one is this bear right here. He can heal himself ever so often. So now I gotta fight through it to kill him and wait for the and make sure the towers don't kill me in the process, like so. Let's hit him again. Maybe if we get a dot on him, we can get some extra damage on him. That little skull on top of his head. Good job. Alright, let's keep. So he just healed himself again. Basically, now we have to out DPS his healing ability and the tower, which kind of sucks. Let's put a shield on a DPS person in case the tower takes her out. Yep, he's done. Good deal. So I crit on him. That's a good thing. Doesn't always happen. Victory in an arena. You get just arena points. And these points are, it determines your ranking, which allows you to get whatever later on. I'll show you that in a second or so right now. At the end of the week, you basically, right now I'm at 1100. So I guess at the end of the week, I only get 30 gems. Okay, at 1200, you get 50, 13, 75, 14, 100, and then at 1500, you get 150 plus a mark. So then you have also a ranking, a 10,000 ranking thing going there. Okay, I'm not gonna get into that. If you play the game, you'll learn it. No big deal. And you have your rivals here. There's another way also to help you earn gems. Here, like so. But to unlock these, you have to get through the boards. I'm not actually all the way through it. I just passed Fine Moon Volcano. Kind of hard, by the way. I'm not sure when this little area even opens up. I thought it would open up next after beating this, but it didn't. So we'll just move on. That's pretty much it. They do events every so often, like the Trial of Ascension. You basically just make your way up as high and up the tower as much as possible. Ranking so far go as follows. Let's see here. Here it is. Okay, usually about 10 battles to the top to each stage. So you start at stage 10, then 10, another 10, you get 20. There's a boss. The last one, of course, you get a boss. Honestly, I don't even know where I'm at. Looking at my number here, 20, I'm heading toward 30. So I must be up to 30. So my reward, most likely, to get to the end of this one, is a rainbow mark. Whenever that shows up. Remember, then this refreshes in 5 days. So I'll get a rainbow mark in 5 days. One of them. That's it. What to do. So that's that one. So that is the end of my little bait tutorial. Again, I'm going to tap on this area, that way you can see that you regain your energy and arena entries at a specific interval, which you can increase and speed up on that, like going in here and purchasing certain buildings that increase the speed. Different things here. There's a lot of specials here. You can expand your area, your little town. And the glory shop is where all your arena victories you buy, purchase all your things to help level up. Cash shop, of course, every game has it. It's a little area you go where you spend all your special gems or spend money to get those gems, like so. And then there's a special, which is what most games have also. Kind of an incentive to get you to spend your gems and some money in order to get those gems. Let's see here. That's pretty much the gist of most of the game. You should play it. Why you check it out. It's a fun game. Let's see here. Yeah, we have to work on the taps with the recording app. There we go. There we go. I had a problem getting that. Close that out. But another way to power your monsters up also is a little power up pad. We'll call it that for now. But I put info on it to power up circle. Okay. You go to it, power up. Use your monsters. Then basically just select who you want to power up first. I'll choose him. Right? He's there. Who I can use smaller or lower level or same level monsters to level up this one to help speed him up. So I'm gonna see he's red. Try to use the same type because that gives you more. Gonna choose both of them. So for that, so then during this time I will level up to, let's see, level 15. Close to, well, actually close to 16. Okay. Skip that. Okay, so he's now 15. With every level increase, your stats increase also. As you can see, there, now he's level 15. So now he's a little stronger. And pretty much it. When you want to evolve them, see some of these, notice some of them say max. At level 3 stars, they max at 25. I wanted to move them to a level 4 or 4-star monster, I'd have to tap on them. And it kind of tells you here, it's saying you need 3 3-star monsters in order for him to move to a 4. So I'd have to literally take some 3-star monsters here in order to level him up. So it'd be like boom, 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 like that. Then I would hit evolve. I'm not gonna do that because I don't want to use those 3 just to level him up. I'm gonna take that off. But, or, as you play, you acquire these Angelmon or any others, just other types too, specific colors. Angelmon, of course, like rainbow. This is a rainbow Angelmon, so all colors. But I do have a dark or a Devilmon here, so which could be used for anything, but most likely you'll get more of an increase if you use them on a dark monster, like the 2 you see above it, or 3 that you see above it. So, but I could use an Angelmon. So if I had 3-star Angelmon, right, I could literally include him, all 3 of them in the mix, and mix it with another 3-star monster if I wanted to, right? You can also level up. A lot of times you get these 2-star Angelmon, you can level them up to 2 stars. So I could literally use crap summons, stuff that you don't really want, smaller level monsters you don't really want, you can use them to level up an Angelmon, make it a 3-star Angelmon. It won't be a max, but it will be a 3-star. If it's successful though, it will be max. So there's a chance rating on whether you get a regular summon or as opposed to a successful summon. Successful summons usually give you sometimes a 3-star monster or an awakened monster. So it's all by chance. And that's the end of my little preview. Thank you for watching.